In video games and RPGs, we usually have stats that help depict the type of character that we are, the certain aspects that we're trying to level up. You could be a warrior trying to level up his strength. You could be a mage trying to level up your intelligence and your mana. All of these aspects that help us refine who we are in that game and what we need to be doing in order to move forward in life. Yet when we actually apply that to real life, we find ourselves lacking because we have a lack of direction. We don't know exactly what we're trying to do or trying to improve on until we actively go, no, this area of my life is my focus right now. And I wanted to try and take a step back and when looking at my system go, okay, what are the core directives that I find valuable in life and have found valuable from other resources as well that help move me forward as a more complete human and not just hyperfixate on one aspect of my life to leave the rest to rot. And at the same time, I started looking through all of these other different systems that use a type of stat system, finding out that although some of them have a good system, there is always a lot of things that we need to go, oh, does it fit in this category? Does it fit in this category? And it gets confusing. So that's why I've gone and created the PRISM system. The PRISM system is effectively my version of a stat system. I've looked at many other different ideas of what you could use as player stats in real life and whatnot, but most of the time it becomes overwhelming. And that's why I've picked a PRISM system, which is 5 core stats that you can focus on when it comes to your tasks that you do, your quests. And if you are focusing on all 5 of these, you can live a very fulfilled, rounded life and not always just focus on one thing, leaving the rest to a detriment. Now, why I call it the PRISM system is twofold. The first part being that when you actually look at a prism and the function that it holds, it's that it takes a singular light and depicts that as the different variable wavelengths that make up that light. So you send in a pure white light and it sends out the rainbow. It's all the different colors and the wavelengths that we can see with our eyes. And this metaphor of we are all that white light. We are all individual characters that are made up of these different aspects that when come together prove to become you. And secondary, it actually works as an acronym. It's a 5-letter word where each letter stands for one of the core stats. Those stats being perspective, relationships, intelligence, strength, and Moxie. So the first one of perspective is one that takes a step back from everything you're doing and makes sure that you are understanding who you are, the world around you, and improving your life because of it. These are things like when you go to a new place and experience a new culture. It's when you understand something about yourself, when you spend time with yourself going, oh, that's why I think this way. Anything that helps you give a more full perspective, be it to what you want to be doing, to other people's perspectives, making your whole life more rounded and not so singular that you are focused on you and only you, because that comes at a very big detriment. And that also kind of blends in the second one, which is relationships. We are a social creature. The human race is a social race. And because of that, we want to make sure that we are building these relationships with our loved ones, with the people that we work with the people that we interact with on a day-to-day basis. Making sure that we are not just locking ourselves away, because as a social creature, we are built around a society in which we are interacting and benefiting each other. So making sure that you are actively taking the strides to spend time with your loved ones, to show how much you care for them and how much they care for you. Making sure that your life is well-rounded in that regard. The next one is intelligence. This is the things you know, the knowledge that you are gaining and improving on, your mindset, everything that is in relation to how you think, be it the improvement of it, be it the understanding of something, and the overall journey of getting better with what you know. This could be you are trying to understand a new aspect of a project at work. This could be that you're studying for an exam. Anything that is in relation to the way that you understand things, the knowledge that you know, and how quote-unquote smart you are. The fourth is strength, and this is based around your health, your physical health, and what you do. So this could be that you go for a walk every day. This could be that you are trying to get a new PB in the gym. It could be any number of these aspects as long as it's in relation to your physical health. Because take it from someone who has been in the position of going, my physical health isn't the most important thing. It is a huge driver of how effective you are in all other aspects of your life. You don't need to go and be a huge muscly person, but being able to take care of yourself, eating well, taking care of yourself in regards to actually getting outside. It's one of those things that a lot of people that I have been in the circles of have tended to neglect in regards to their work. So making sure that there is that well-rounded aspect of taking care of yourself, sleeping well, so on and so forth. And the final one is Moxie. Now, if you've never heard this term before, it has been thrown around in different ways, but the way that I interpret it is that Moxie is basically your self-driven actions. The idea that you have a level of discipline to do the things that you may not want to do, but know that they'll benefit you in the long run. These could be your chores. These could be the things that other people are asking you to do that you may not want to do, but you kind of have to get done. And how often you can stick to that. It may be that you are trying to strive to wake up early in the morning each day, and that's very hard for you. That is a Moxie-based task, one in which that takes that level of determination and helps you push through those hard times in life. Additionally, it is also the aspect of how I refer to my skill development. Yes, it's all good and well to know something, that's the intelligence aspect, but being able to practice your skills, getting better and better at them, improving and refining them for what they plan to be going forward. You don't start off being level 100 in regards to whatever skill you're looking at. You have to level it up over time, and that's where the Moxie aspect also comes in. Being able to stick to a skill, improve it, and make it better overall. So altogether, these create a sense of fullness when it comes to life. Now, this is the way that I've interpreted it. Over time, this may change, but I found that the PRISM system is something that really helps me not just focus on, oh, I need to get this work task done over and over and over, because as a workaholic, there is a lot more to life that I found that I completely ignore when I'm in the middle of a project. So being able to have a reminder that shows that not all my tasks need to be in regards to work. It can be a more well-rounded experience when it comes to this whole system. And by doing so, I'm becoming a better person, not just a person who is doing a lot of different things, but the things that are important to me. I can find that I am becoming the person that I want to be, the character, the avatar that I want to level up and become. And by doing so, I'm actually much more effective at all areas of my life. And if you want to try out the PRISM system, it's going to be included in the new update when it comes to the real-life RPG system that is releasing on Friday. So if you want to get ahead of the crowd and start playing around with that, feel free to click the link in the description to get the early sign up so you'll be the first in line to actually get access to the system and play around with it. And likewise, I'd like to hear what you think about what the core stats for your life are. Do you think the PRISM system is a good calculation of all the aspects that are important to you, or is there something else that you would also like to include in it? Leave the comments below, because I'm thoroughly interested to see how you guys are actually improving your lives as well, because it does give an influence to how this communal system that I'm creating is actually going to go moving forward. But yeah, once again, thank you again for joining along this journey, and I will see you in the next video.